G'day everybody, I'm the Red Scar, this is Red Scar Gaming. Today is my fourth game of 6th draft of March of the Machine. Had to think about that for a second. Yeah, Gruul Creatures is not doing great, but it did alright last game, but I think that was a bit lucky, basically. Yeah, look, I think ultimately the reason this deck isn't doing as well as I'd like is that my curve is probably a bit too high. Geez, when it works, but it's not quite working how I want it to ultimately. But that happens, and yeah, look, it's a draft, so it's a little bit difficult to build a perfect deck anyway. So we'll see how we go against my next opponent as soon as we find one. Drum roll, please. My opponent is ready. They are also Trubbuck, almost like Trouble, but more like a duck. Anyway, that's not bad. I'm sure I could have a better opening hand, but that's not bad. Thrashing Frontliner can be pretty good in this sort of draft. 2/2 tramples fine at the best at pretty much any time anyway, but when he attacks a battle, becomes a 3/3. That's even better. Next turn though, I think I'll go Blighted Burgeoning though. Especially with where he says being out. Yeah, or do I actually want to go, or what I might actually do is attack with the Frontliner, because I have Combat Trick of coming in hot. If he wants to block it, I will let him. Coming in hot will let me scry, plus take out my opponent pretty damn effectively. And yeah, look, while it doesn't let me get that ramp with Blighted Burgeoning this turn, I essentially, in this case, choose to draw a land next turn. So I think that's a fair trade, if that's the word for it. And I think Doomskull Warrior is my next move. Yeah. And his whole backup one thing on the Frontliner. Yeah, which will help because he gets his combat damage thing. Look, my opponent might block with it, which isn't the dumbest thing ever, but yeah, he might not too, so I'm pretty happy with that. May reveal a creature or land card. I think I want the land card, actually. Yeah, now that Frontline is a 3/3 trample all the time, he's sort of keeping pace with what my opponent might otherwise have. What's he got? Sorry, Sultai something. I'm not quite sure what he's doing actually, but that's alright. I'll go Invasion of Zendikar, I think is my next move. Partly to get the ramp, partly because Frontliner can be pretty dang effective against it. And there's no particular colours I need, may as well go one of each. And yeah, then Frontliner on the battle, Warrior on the player, and I might get a fair bit of choice here as far as like what damage I end up doing, because yeah, Frontliner's okay, no, Frontliner's going to die, that's understandable. But now I get to look at 4 cards and put remind me how many I got. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on board already. Yeah, and if I get a mountain, or a land anyway, I can play Copper Host Crusher next turn, which, look, while he doesn't win me the game by himself, Trample and Hexproof is a nice little combo, so I will at least be in a good, if not amazing, advantage. I suppose, especially because he's Sultai, he tends to have the chance of stuff like removal, so Hexproof basically stops him from doing anything there. So yeah, I think my ramp, what little ramp I have in this deck actually, is doing pretty well thus far. Though I have 8 mana, what I could actually do is go Rampaging Geoderm, sorry, rather, you know what I mean, and Blighted Burgeoning. I might do that actually. Rampaging Geoderm can attack the battle. Partly just to get bigger, maybe take it out, all that sort of thing. Call it an investment, if you will. The warrior can attack. My opponent can block if he wants, really, but yeah, I don't think he will. Yeah, okay. I'm a bit surprised he blocked there, but I suppose, yeah, Awakened Skyclave is a somewhat dangerous creature. Hand of Takedown, okay, that's a good move. Yeah, especially seeing that he's essentially used one card to board wipe, basically. Now that's fine. Good work, mate. I'll give you a nice. Blighted Burgeoning is my next move. Doesn't really matter what I target though otherwise. And yeah, I can even transform that Incubate straight away. Which, yeah, I know it isn't exactly a win con, but I may as well. Got nothing else to spend my mana on. Please excuse that sneeze. Anyway. Okay, Copper Host Crusher can come out now a lot more effectively. Though, yeah, I suppose in that sense, did I... waste is a big word, but... did I waste the timing of that? Excuse me, that sneezing is really fun. I do hope there's no one listening very loudly to me doing this video as I sneeze and go, "Ooh, the pain." But anyway, I'm sure I'll recover. Yeah, so Copper Host Crusher, yeah, is in the ever so slight disadvantage of it's still going to be 2 turns, regardless of what my opponent plays, like creature-wise or whatever, next turn. Attacking Invasion of Zendikar is not really worth the opportunity, but if my opponent gives up, then that's game. Okay, well, I think, yeah, somewhat with the power of hindsight, I think that in that case, because my opponent had some removal, and used it pretty effectively, but I had sort of too many creatures for my opponent to deal with in that sense, and the fact that I had a 8/8 hexproof really helped that. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.